It's one of the most important parts of practice is recovering, especially if you're working out or running quite a bit. Great time to settle down on your bolster in the mat and let your body kind of heal and recover. So when you're ready, taking a bolster or a block just beneath your hips. So you can go ahead and lift the hips up. We're coming to supported little bridge, so go ahead and lay the shoulders back. You can bring the feet together, knees come wide. Open the arms up here. Let's lengthen up. So finding a nice spot, kind of rest the hips. If they're tight, take the bolster a little bit lower, or the block a bit lower. Arms open up nice and wide. Let me flip the palms open. We'll start off with some clearing breaths. So take a full inhale through the nose, fill up. And you exhale out the mouth and drop. Just take 2 more just like that. Inhale, breath. And you exhale, drop. Just 1 more time, full body breath in. And you let it go. Next stage here, take a hold of your elbows overhead. Let the shoulders roll open. It's a really important part to work open your front body as well. You send those long, smooth inhales now down through your hips. We send some fresh, new energy down through your heels and your knees. With every exhale, let yourself go a little bit heavier here. So it can be powerful to visualize as well. As you breathe in, build up some new grounding energy and some new space. With the exhale, visualize that space, kind of send it through the entire body now. So every cell opening up, finding some new room to let go. And as we relax into our first pose, we notice where the mind wanders. So what kind of patterns is it presenting you? And if you want to create change in your life, the first thing you need to do is just become aware of what's holding you back. What are you holding on to? It can make it a lot easier to let go when we open up our body as well. So let's send 5 clearing breaths through the whole body now. Let's inhale. Exhale this time gently out the mouth. So every breath out getting heavier and heavier. Let every single muscle relax. Relax all the connective tissue wrapping around your bones and your muscles known as the fascia. Letting that completely unwind. And next stage here, take a hold just below your thighs, draw the knees in towards your chest. So give yourself a little squeeze in towards your chest and just roll it out. Roll out your back body. So even bringing some pressure into that mid-thoracic spine. Big circles here first. You massage that lower back. Lengthen off your legs. So important part of opening up the back body is also opening up the hamstrings here as well. So take a hold of the back of your knees. Draw the knees closer in towards your chest and your face. See how far you can get. But if your lower back feels pinchy anytime, just back off the pose. So every exhale, soften your belly. You can use that to go deeper here. And eventually release it out. Come back through center. Feet onto the floor now. Press and lift the hips up. Take your bolster off to the side. Let's come through a little bridge pose. Palms right down. Or you can take a hold of your ankles. So walking the feet in. Roll the shoulders under. So feel that strong base build. With the shoulders rolled under, you can support yourself a bit more now. Press up through the heels. So again, letting your core activate. You're going to start to activate your glutes as you lift. Let's take a couple more breaths here, just warming up the body. When your next out breath, release your shoulders. flatten your back on the floor. So reach the arms overhead now, hook your thumbs. As you exhale, lower the back body one vertebrae at a time to slowly lower. Just kind of peel, build some space between each vertebrae. Let's come back down, keep the arms overhead, it's lifting up, inhale breath. And the exhale, rolling back down, slow motion, keep the arms overhead. Last one here, push lift. Lower. Send the breath through the side body now as well. Just open out through the rib cage, all the intercostal muscles, softening, letting go. And eventually release the hands, sweep the hands by your hips. So windshield wiper the knees side to side. It's going to let any kind of tension in the back body unwind. Anything holding on through the hips, great time to let that release. Coming back through center, draw the knees into your chest now. Start to roll forward and back along your spine. So gradually building up some momentum here. Roll out the back body. And eventually coming up, cross the legs. Try to bring the right leg in front of your left leg. We're going to use your bolster for this one as well. Take it across your thighs. Elbows onto your bolster. Try to flatten out the knees. Palms connect as bow forward. Bring the thumbs right between your eyebrows. So as you bow in, keep the sit bones rooting down. Try to round the back body. So allowing more and more space to filter through. As you start to release the outer hips. Or if you want to go deeper now, bolster onto the floor. Drop the elbows down, drop the forearms down, fold. Try to drop the forehead closer down towards the bolster. So breathing in that new space. The exhale, drop into that new space, let go. Lifting back up, switch your legs up. Bring the left leg in front of your right leg. Same thing, bolster onto your thighs first. Keep it light, elbows down, fold into it. So feel that support, thumbs between the eyebrows. So building up the energy through the third eye center. Great time to focus on intentions. What do you want to build in life? What kind of goals are you working towards? Try to visualize that happening, or perhaps it's already happened. So embody that feeling that your goals are already accomplished, they're inside you. So as you bring the thumbs to the third eye center, folding forward, great time to visualize your goals. What are you working towards? It's really helpful to visualize those goals already being accomplished and try to embody that feeling of whatever you want in your life, you already have, because you are whole already. So try to envision that already being done. So say if you want to build a new relationship, if you want to attract someone in your life, kind of visualize yourself already having love. So feeling that flow inside you. One of the things that happens when we embody that feeling already is that our attachments dissolve. So we're not attached to the outcome of certain situations. And that's really what brings suffering in the long run, is being attached. So being detached from those thought patterns. Let that feeling flow inside you. Just take 5 more full body breaths now. Come back up through center, lengthen off your legs now. So take the legs wide, take that bolster inside of your right leg, right elbow down, take a hold of the top of the bolster, so both feet are wide here. Left arm reaches up, reaching towards your toes, so very gentle side body stretch. Lean towards your right leg now. Just turn the heart open. If that feels like too much, bring your left hand to left hip, roll the top shoulder open. Just a brief counter pose. And eventually lengthen your spine back up, switch sides, over towards the left now. So left arm down, pin it down into the bolster first. I want you to actively press the forearm down. Second side, right arm reaches up. Inhale breath, lengthen out. Use the exhale, move into your side body, slowly lowering. So during these challenging postures, great time to close your eyes and to settle inside. This inhale breath coming back up. Let's lift. Just take that bolster off towards the side of the mat now. Let's move the legs off to the side. Just work your way onto all fours. Go ahead and take your knees wide. Big toes touch behind you. Press out into the mat. Draw back. Hips back towards your heels. Tuck your chin, forehead to the mat. Child's pose now. It's a great time to find some length and new space through the hips. Plant the forehead down to the mat now. It's fully relaxed. What are you still holding on to through the mind? What do you want to let go of? You visualize that dissipating, unwinding through the forehead. Your next inhale breath, strengthen your legs, move back onto all fours. Just lift the feet up, thread the heart up and through. Just come through a mini back bend, draw the heart up. So actively press out through the palms here. Send the breath through the hip flexors now, all the way down your quads. Lift the gaze. It's a really powerful pose to re-energize. And the exhale breath, circle the hips back now, so big push. Circle all the way back. And just inhale, drawing forward. So we're going to work into all angles of the hips today. So warming up here. May switch directions. So every time you lean forward, make sure you work into your wrist. Deeper and deeper, draw forward. This time as you exhale, tuck your toes, lift the hips up and back. It's downward facing dog. Pedal the feet, cycle the hips. So drawing the heels closer down towards the mat. But keep protracting the shoulders, roll them open. Draw the belly back to your thighs. Look forward, draw the right knee behind your right wrist. Go through pigeon pose. Make sure your left leg is super long behind you. Roll the shoulders back. Let's take an inhale breath here. And of course, you can use your bolster if you'd like to across the top of the mat. Could be a good idea. So first, find length. Shoulders open up. Lift the chest. Exhale, slowly lower down. So you can stack your hands or lengthen out. Drop the forehead to the mat or your bolster. So actively tracking your right sit bone closer towards the floor. So if you're new to class, new to yoga, feel free to shift your weight side to side. Kind of work it out. Visualize yourself making progress. Every exhale is super important. We send that breath through the hip. So in these poses, we take a bit more time to settle into the deeper connective tissue. So allowing it to fully unwind now. Just take 3 more breaths. And eventually palms back on the floor. Let's go ahead and walk back in. You're lifting up, tuck your toes behind you, step it back, down dog, just roll it out. So any motion that feels good. Pedal out the feet. You cycle the hips. Left knee, left wrist. Come back in, lengthen off that right side. So you lengthen out, lift chest up, squeeze the knees together. So I want you to build that powerful base here first. So you squeeze in, rolling up. Exhale, keep that leg slowly walking forward. As you walk down, melt the left sit bone into the mat. Now let's drop. Forehead down. Fully surrender now. Nothing left to hold on to at all. Again, count it out, focus inside, 3 more. Full body breaths. I really want you to meditate with your breath now. Just releasing all the stories, all the limiting beliefs. Great time to let those go. Palms are back down on the floor. Let's walk back in. Shift the bolster off towards the side. Let's go ahead and push back up. Downward facing dog. Just roll it back, pedal it up. So any motion that feels good. It's coming back down onto your belly. Lengthen left arm in front of you. Bend the left knee, or you can bend the elbow here just so you guys can see. Right hand to your left foot. Squeeze the heel in first. So actively drawing in. Let the left cheek root down first. Your next stage, roll onto your right shoulder, lift the left knee up. Working deeper into your hip flexors now. Draw the hips forward. Or if you want a deeper pose, left hand also connects with your foot. So feel the strength in that left leg kicking up. Let's release that side, come back through center. Drawing back in. Right elbow bends. Right cheek down. Right leg bends now. So left hand to your right foot. Kind of focus here, draw it in first. And again, feel free guys to hold these poses longer if you wish. You might need a bit more time. This time rolling onto your left shoulder, lift the right knee up. It's rolling open, right hand to lower back, stack the shoulders as well. Or take both hands to your foot or your leg, kick forward. Just as long as your head can relax down into the mat here. So super heavy into that left side. Eventually rolling back through center, tent the fingertips down. Let's push back onto your knees. Let's go through puppy pose, walk the hands forward, lengthen out. Drop the forehead down to the mat, let's lower. Puppy pose, so tuck your tailbone, shift the hips forward. Try not to dump into your lower back here. It's just all about creating length. Exhale, drop the chest. Go ahead and walk the hands back in. Finishing up practice with a brief meditation now. So sitting back onto your heels if you can here, palms opened up. Connect your thumb and pointer finger. So create that nice circuit of energy there. Visualize that flowing through every cell. Perhaps building up a new intention in what's important to you. What do you want to build up in your life? Let's visualize that now. Chest up, shoulders back to finish practice, feeling strong and proud of yourself for finishing. So feel free to stay here a bit longer if you wish, guys. Thank you so much for joining class. If you want to book a private lesson or a coaching call, shoot me an email down below. Other than that, see you next time, guys. Have a great day.